In this video, I'm going to tell you what, in my opinion, is the most common error that people make as parents. Hi and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Andy. I'm a father of 2 young boys and I'm passionate about all children getting the best start in life, and I believe that that comes from their parents. Today, I'm going to explain why I think most people are thinking about parenting in the wrong way and what they can do about it. So here's a story. Drew finds out that his wife is pregnant and he's super excited. But then he immediately thinks, crap, I don't know how to look after a baby. What am I going to do at the birth? How do I change a nappy? How do you get babies to sleep? When are they going to start eating food? How do I make my house safe? And lots more practical things like that. Now, don't get me wrong, I did this too. I had no idea how to look after a baby, and I was more concerned about not breaking it than I was about anything else. But because of this, Drew never asks himself, how do I want to parent? He never thinks, what kind of parent do I want to be? So he probably just falls into that typical mindset of, I had a parent, I've been a child, I must know how to parent, right? And this probably turns into a binary idea of, I'm going to do exactly what my parents did because look at me, I turned out all right. Or, I'm never parenting the way that my parents did it. I hated it when they used to, and then fill in the blanks with whatever it is that that particular person blames their parents for. And this leaves a massive risk of never exploring other options. Parenting isn't binary. I believe that parenting should change and adapt as you learn more about your child, what works and doesn't work for them, and their unique blend of personality that makes them them. It should also be impacted by new discoveries and learnings about the way that children's brains work. It should change and evolve and develop based on studies and research that people are doing right now on different parenting styles. And I'd say that most people spend longer deciding on their new phone contract than they do on learning how to be a great parent. So what's the alternative? I think it's to see parenting as a skill which can be learned and developed over time through active and deliberate practice, research and re-examination. This means reading books, but not just books about practically how to raise a child, also books about parenting styles and emotional intelligence. It means watching other parents and picking up on tips of things that you think that they did well, or the way that you see a child respond to something that their parent has said. Because watching objectively gives you an insight that you don't see when you're doing it with your own children. It means watching great parenting advice videos. Oh, wink. It's watching as many great parenting videos as possible. Terrible. It's about watching as many great parenting videos as possible. And it's thinking about your childhood, the way that you grew up and the things that worked and didn't work, deciding which bits of all of those things you want to try and see if they work for you. It's about having a range of parenting tools in your toolbox that allow you to be adaptable and capable of change if something isn't working in the moment. It's about being responsive to your child, who is also a human being and has their own internal drivers and will have different needs based on lots of different factors throughout the day. How hungry they are, how much they slept last night, how difficult their day has already been, in the exact same way that we would be. It's about being a scientist. It's about testing those theories and seeing what works for you and your child, and exploring as many different options as you can, and examining how you can create an environment that allows your child to thrive. None of us are perfect parents. Perfect doesn't exist. But what we can do is make sure that we're not parenting by default. We can put as much effort into learning how to parent well as we can into learning any other skill, whether that's coding, cooking, learning to dance, playing the piano, or woodworking. We know that we have to learn these skills, but with parenting it feels like it's just something that we should be able to do. And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to challenge myself and learn new things every day that make me a better parent. One day at a time, one challenge after the next, because this is such a critical part of their life that it's worth investing the time to hopefully give them a better start in life. One structure that I find that's really useful in my toolbox is the idea of gentle parenting. It's the idea that we should be treating children as real people with real feelings and emotion, and that need to be acknowledged and not suppressed. We're past the days of children should be seen and not heard, and I think that we can do so much better. If you want to learn more about gentle parenting, you should check out this video that I made next. Oh, and also like and subscribe and do all those kind of things if you found this content useful.